You know what you should do? You should follow me on Twitter at Brommer018. Link in the description. Do it now. So with the mid-year months now upon us, the time has come for all the new games of the year to be revealed. Usually they come in the likes of E3, but of course with the current pandemic going on this year, E3 has now been cancelled. As a result, that means that all the games have been sporadically dotted across the months of June and July. One of those is of course FIFA 21. Every year it is always around this time when the next instalment of the FIFA franchise is revealed. So today I want to talk about when you can expect the FIFA 21 reveal, and also when they do finally announce and reveal the new game, what you can expect them to say in the initial announcement. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and leave a like on the video if you enjoy it as well. And on that note, let's get into it. So of course, as I already mentioned, it's usually tied in around E3 that FIFA will be revealed. Now what happens is EA actually have their own event called EA Play. It's never actually at E3, but it's always tied in around that time so that people know when to expect announcements and therefore get ready. Of course, with E3 now dispersed, EA have actually relocated and removed this EA Play event to another time. It will now take place on June the 18th, 2020. It is going to be at 4 PM Pacific time, which, if you live in the UK like myself, does mean you will have to wait until 11 PM on the night in order to catch the press conference. But at that EA Play event is when you can expect FIFA 21 to be revealed. They will announce it amongst all their other games, such as the new Madden, maybe a new basketball game, etc, etc. So it will be tied in with that. But that won't be the first you hear about it. First off, maybe a couple of days before is what they usually do, is they'll reveal maybe a very quick teaser, a new picture, etc, usually announcing their cover star as well. It is touted that it is going to be Kevin De Bruyne as the next cover star of the FIFA 21, which would seem fairly likely considering he's had a deal with EA for a couple of years now. It's a whole different story, but I've always said for years how FIFA really doesn't need cover stars anymore and really should just plough that extra money that they pay to hire cover stars instead into the game, and something that people would find much more useful. But that's a whole other story entirely, and we don't want to get too dragged down into that subject. So you know that FIFA 21 will be revealed at that time during the EA Play event, but now I want to talk about what exactly you can expect from the announcement. Of course, first things first, you have to expect a trailer. Now, what will happen with the game is usually they have 2 to 3 different trailers. They have a reveal trailer, which is what you'll get here. They'll have later on in the year, they'll release a gameplay trailer, which will show you different changes and so on and so forth to the gameplay. And then they might also release a release trailer as well, which will be released on the day when the game gets shipped and released. So of course, first things first, expect a reveal trailer. Now this trailer won't reveal the way, as mentioned, in the way of gameplay changes, what people really want to get into the meat into. Instead, it will simply show off, and this is linked into the next point, it will show off their leading announcement. So what happens is every year EA likes to have an announcement that will lead their marketing campaign for that FIFA game. So, for example, in FIFA 16, it was the addition of women's football. They had women national teams, 12 to be exact, and they led FIFA 16 with that. On FIFA 17, it was the journey and the introduction of Alex Hunter and his journey game mode. In FIFA 18, it was fueled by Ronaldo, how Ronaldo was the new cover star instead of course, years of Lionel Messi. In FIFA 19, it was of course acquiring the rights of the Champions League, the Europa League, all of the UEFA competitions, and in FIFA 20 it was of course Volta. So this year expect another announcement to be in that reveal trailer and also to lead the way in their FIFA 21 press conference as well. What it will be, we don't know yet, they haven't revealed much, but I'm sure Kevin De Bruyne will be heavily involved in it should he be the cover star. Of course, if the gods are on our side and all the stars are aligned, maybe, just maybe, it is a dramatic change to career mode. But I would not hold your breath if I was you. As already sort of alluded to in this video, don't expect a lot of announcements in the way of gameplay changes and game mode changes. They will of course come later on in the few months. Instead, it will predominantly be dominated by whatever their leading marketing campaign is for that year. Expect something in the way of a timetable, which is what they did last year. What happened is that they released a timetable to show different press conferences and different reveal videos for each game mode. So for example, last year they did one for Ultimate Team that took place on a certain day. They also did one for Pro Clubs. They did one for Career Mode as well. They did one for Gameplay as on top of that. So potentially expect a timetable to be revealed to fans so that you can tune in at a later time, usually within the months of July and maybe the start of August as well, before they start rolling out the closed beta and people can really get their hands on the gameplay. One reason that you won't get this sort of thing immediately is because of course they want to build as much hype as possible, and that's why they're so hell-bent essentially on making sure that they have a promotional element that was going to lead their marketing campaign. So of course last year with the whole Volta thing, people had been asking for FIFA Street for a while, and they got a second fiddle, I guess, in Volta that was going to be an add-on to FIFA, and of course it gets everyone talking, it gets the hype building, and that's what they're looking for early in the game. So of course there is going to be a big announcement of some sort. Whether or not we'll enjoy it or not and we can see through it, that remains to be seen, but do expect a big announcement of some sort. To tie in with that kind of as well, of course, this is the year where we are finally going to get next generation consoles. It's been many years since this has happened, and of course we will now get the Xbox Series X and also the PlayStation 5 as well. So be sure that EA are going to cover that at least in some form during this press conference and reveal. Will they talk about whether cross-platform play will be an option? Because of course, with the new consoles coming out, that's a heavy subject with those, and whether it will be available on all of them. In addition, they'll also cover whether or not if you purchase the game on the original consoles, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, will you get it for free as an upgrade should you get one of the new consoles as well. And bear in mind, they'll probably also discuss how the graphics capabilities will change along with the new console's capabilities. So do look out for that as well. And finally, we will of course get a release date. Now, it's usually at the same time, the end of September, and then if you purchase with EA Access or you pre-order, you get it a few days earlier. So yeah, of course we will get that. Of course, there's always rumours every year about whether or not it will become a subscription model. And if in case we will no longer have to buy the game each year, it'll just be a yearly subscription. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. It seems too soon, particularly with of course new consoles coming out. I don't think they'll be ready to implement that style, so I don't think we're going to see anything along those lines, but certainly something to at least look out for. So what are you guys thinking about it? Are you, of course, like me and very pessimistic ahead of the reveal because it's always the same every year, lots of hope filled with a lot of disappointment, or are you perhaps optimistic that things are going to change this year? Do get at me in the comment section down below. Also let me know what you think the announcements are going to be. What changes will they make? What additions will they make to the game? Very interested to see what you guys think, so please, like I say, get them in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. And we are going to finish it off there. If you've enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more regular football and gaming content. And on that note, we are going to finish it off there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.